back with another video. I know I've been gone for like a month or two. I was kind of taking a break from the game. You know, didn't really find a whole lot of interest in it anymore. Same old, same old. Just got bored. Needed a break. And so I'm back. Hopefully to keep making videos more regularly. And today I'm going to be looking at the Defender Mk1 and the M4A1 Rev. The Defender was on sale the other day. I do not know if it is still on sale. It is. Yes, it is. And this is probably one of my favorite Tier 8 tanks. And that's saying a lot because I have a lot of them. And this one is also pretty fun. So, the Defender, 1,540 hit points, of course, with the equipment. Turret armor is really, really good. 254. Sides and rear and hull, you know, nothing. You don't really have any armor there. So, staying hull down is key. Damage per minute 2,077, but it is an autoloader with 4 shells and 2 seconds in between shells, which is really nice. I love that. 2 seconds is not a lot of tanks have 2 seconds. Besides maybe like the French AMXs. Penetration 226 on your AP, 258 on your APCR, and 42 on your HE. So HE, you know, just RHMs, waffles, stuff like that. I'm not gonna HE anything. Your AP and APCR are really, really good for a medium tank. Average damage 190 for AP, 160 for APCR, and 250 for HE. So standard damage for British mediums like the Centurion. Aim time 3.1, dispersion at 2.71, which is really good. Pretty good. Gun elevation 18 and gun depression 10. Top speed 46, British medium, not the fastest. Turn traverse 44, which is decent. Hull traverse 58, which is also, it's decent, mediocre. Terrain crossing is pretty good, actually. Engine horsepower is really good. So, it's not really fast, but it does get up to its top speed pretty quick with the engine horsepower it has. So, I'm going to be showing one game of the Defender and one game of the M4A1 Rev. I do not know how to say the M4's full name, so I'm going to try. So here I am playing with Devil Dog, who's a friend of mine that I play with quite often. And of course I'm pushing up this hill to go hold down, because this tank, it just destroys everything hold down. Because not a lot of mediums can penetrate its turret, not easily. And I try to get a shot there, but I failed. I think I hit the first shot. And I'm sorry if the replay lags a little bit. That's just how Wargames replays are. They lag sometimes. So now I'm just going to reload. Pretty quick reload. For 4 shells. You can do quite a bit of damage. 760 damage in a mag average. So here I'm just going to hold down and I'm going to almost delete that AMX. That AMX should not be there. He's no armor. He should be in position. And there's no tanks that can really shoot us besides the ISU, which he didn't have a shot on us. And now I'm trying to juke him, and I did, but I can't get a shot on him. So I'm going to focus on the 226. Get one shot on him before he runs off, and now this is
find us another target.
So I'm just going to reload. And now I see this is 6, and the 226 pushing to our left. And my teammate is over there. He's not in the best of situations because he cannot take on a full hit point with 6 and it's 26 by himself. But he's starting to back up, and I'm going to try to get the shots on this 6 as he's trying to shoot my teammate. I was able to get one. I don't know if I get another one or not.
Enemy is hit.
So now I'm going to reload. I'm trying to get Devil Dog to stay behind me because I still have 4 hit points. And now I'm just going to push. And you can pin, that tank is really good front armor, and you can penetrate it with AP. But I'm going to use APCR just to guarantee. And Devil Dog takes him out. So now it just leaves their C-54, ISU, and ISU. Which ISU I'm going to take out now. I'm going for a full reload, and I'm gonna go focus the archer. So, not incredibly fast, but gets up to speed really quick. So now I'm gonna switch to HE. Like I was saying, the only thing I can really HE, but when you do HE,
Enemy armor is destroyed.
and Devil Dog finishes T4, and we finish on 3,136 damage, and 905 block damage, and took no damage whatsoever. So, not incredibly high damage game, but a decent enough game. 87,000 credits out of 117, so not bad at all, and pretty solid game. We affected all of them. So, that is the Defender Mark 1, a really, really good tank. I don't know if it's worth 15,000 gold. That just depends on your preference. It's completely up to you. To me, it was. And I love the tank. Now for the M4A1 Rev. This tank is also a lot of fun. Not quite as enjoyable, to me at least, as the Defender, but it is a really, really fun tank. And we're on the new map, Hellas. And this time, not in Open. So I don't really know this map. Like I said, I took a break, so I came back to this map being in the game. And I really didn't know what to do. It's like third time playing on it, I think. So I'm just gonna go left, medium route. And I'm hoping my meds will come with me, which they do. This tank has an 8.4 second reload, 350 average damage on your APCR. Not quite sure what the heat and HE damage do. I'll have to check that again. I think the HE does 400, 450, something like that. But you also have 10 degrees of gun depression. No hull or side or rear armor. Your turret has that gun mantlet, which is decent. That's about it. And this T-54 lightweight just completely rushes. Like, he doesn't care. He's going to rush in, try to spot everyone, and I'm going to take the hit from the T-34-3. So now I want to try to get down where I don't lose any more hit points. And our F-1B is stuck, so I'm going to try to back up, try to help him, but he does manage to get himself out. So I don't have to. So now I'm waiting. I want my meds to push up a little bit to help us with these guys because, and I messed that shit up. Because I cannot take that T-34-3 on by myself and that FV because I am half HP I started out with. And that T-34-3 is a really good tank. So now I'm going to push up here to the right side, try to use my gun depression again because he does not have gun depression. But he does have really good aim time and good pin. Well, decent pin. But no gun depression, so I'm never going to get a shot and track him. So now I'm going to back up, but he's going to just push and get a shot on me. That's determination right there. And he's going to suffer for it. So now that's the Defender Mark 1, and look at that turn. Yeah, good luck. The whole easy to pin. Turn, no, you can't pin it very easily unless you have a really high pinning gun. And I thought about going over to the right, but then I realized this FV and Defender are over there focusing the right, so I'm going to come up behind them. I'm going to push up with this LTPB, use my gun depression, get some shots in on this FV, and LTPB is just going to go for it. And I'm going to stay back and just conserve my hit points just in case he tries to shoot me. So now we're going to clear up these guys. And our heavies... Our heavy that we have left is not exactly he's T29 versus is6 over there, so you know, and their CDC is, I don't know, it seems like he's kind of camping a little bit, farming damage, which, you know, it's fine. If he was over here helping with meds, he may have won. So we're gonna clear Tiger 1, and now that just leaves 5 versus 2. So they're both pretty healthy though. The is6 not so much. The CDC though very healthy, and we're all really low hit points. I'm trying to get an HE shot on the CDC, but he unfortunately gets unspotted. So now we don't know where he's at, and I'm a little worried about him. Not so worried about the is6, but we're all low hit points besides T69. He's pretty healthy. So I'm gonna go up, try to get this is6 cleared if I can. I can't pin him too well, especially at this distance, so I'm going to switch to heat, get a shot in 324, which is really good for heat. And I'm going to back up, because I do not want to lose any hit points. And unfortunately, the S6 takes out our FPV, and I'm able to get a shot in the AMX. So I need to push up, because the S6 could possibly shoot me, and I do not want the CDC coming behind me, because I'm 2 shots and I'm dead to him. So now I'm going to push up, try to get this S6 if I can. He's just hiding, and backs up, so I'm like, great. So now I can push up, great driving skills, I drive right into a rock. My T69 is going to go up and try to kill the S6 as well, and he's lost quite a bit of hit points. He's not the greatest player, but he does get up there and does clear the S6, and luckily since he is lower hit points, the CDC decides not to go for me and to go for him, which is great for us. CDC comes up from the shooter, I'm going to run off because he could possibly shoot and reload before I do, and now I have 350 average damage and take him out for our 3rd kill. We finish on 3,431 damage. Again, not super high damage, 1st class, but a solid game. 154,000 credits, we got 112,000 of those. Really good. I am running boosters, but still really good. 1,163 combat experience, and 3 kills. And we the only one survived. So, that just shows that even if you outnumber the enemy team by a lot, you could still get killed and lose. So never underestimate your team just because they have 2 guys left. Always play to your best. We affected 10 of them, or 6 of them. Sorry, not 10. If there's 10, that would be very interesting. And that is the M4A1 Rev. A very good tank. Very fun tank. Again, not a lot of armor at all. Turn armor 90, but you do have the gun mantlet, so you can block some shots, but I would not at all depend on your armor. View range 296, solid. Damage per minute 2,494, so not bad at all. 8.42 reload with 200 AP pin, or APCR technically. Heat is 250 and HE 53. Average damage 350, 300, and 400. Aim time 3.7, not too bad. Dispersion is 0.285, which is pretty good for this kind of gun. Gun elevation 20 and gun depression 10. Forward 48 and reverse 19. So similar to the Defender Mark 1, not crazy fast, but has decent horsepower, 632, which, you know, you'll get up to speed relatively quick. So hold traverse is a little faster than the Defender, and turn as well, or it holds a little lower, I think. And that is the M4A1 Rev and the Defender Mark 1. Both very, very good tanks. Whether they're worth the price to you, that's completely up to you. To me, they were. And the M4 was only 5.5 thousand gold, like these other tanks. So to me, that is definitely worth it. If Defender, you can always wait, and it will come back on sale for even cheaper. But both very good tanks. I like them a lot, both. And those are the tanks. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.